Brazilian players registered in my website that asks for a sponsorship, and we only choose about 5 or 10 of the 60,000 registered.
A lot of these guys start playing or really try to be serious because they think they can be like Fatality. They're 19-year-olds changing their whole life thinking that they're going to be like that.
If you're really just trying to break into being a pro and you really just need a sponsor, you really just want to have money so that you can go to these events and have the chance to break through, then you'll take a deal that might not be as good as if you knew what you're doing.
For instance, one circuit, has its top team sign a contract, and if you're a certain number on their top teams, they'll have you sign a contract, yet they only do anything for the top few of them. So, these guys are kids, and they sign these things thinking it's so cool to be a contract pro player.
Gamers by nature, by their age, aren't very good at managing themselves. They can't get sponsorships. They don't understand what a sponsor wants, the marketing value or the brand recognition. All they see is the game and how they can be good at it.
You have to step up your game and deal with larger corporations and be more sophisticated with your contracts and your team management.
It just seems like it's very contradictory sometimes when all these leagues, they're fighting for one cause, yet they're all competing against each other.
Let's not fool ourselves. They're not really going for one cause, they're going for many.
We gave you a permanent link on our site. Yeah, that's a big deal for us. We charge for that shit.
Big companies that take advantage of young gamers. Companies see gamers sometimes as small kids that they can do whatever they want to.
Competitive gaming as an industry is driven completely by the manufacturers of microchips, video cards, sound cards.
You have companies who want to promote their products, and that's their primary goal.
Sponsors know that sex sells, so to get noticed, they hire girls to market their products. Commonly known as booth babes, these girls are meant to be the mascot, not the spokesperson for gaming sponsors.
We're here for that. We're here as the sexy girls in the Santa outfits to excite them.
One guy asked us if we're porn stars.
It's not a sport. Come on.
Cyber athlete. That's what they call
cyber athlete. Yeah.
Some of their hygiene isn't really up to par. I'm sorry.
Who pulls the strings in gaming? The sponsors do. Almost like a totalitarian country where the information and the freedom of speech was controlled by sponsors.
We're doing a documentary.
I know. So, that's all. That's all. So, this is with
So they don't talk to the girls about gaming because they don't know anything about it. So that you get the text, the same that you need from us instead.
Nothing still beats the boot camp. Usually professional players come together and play with each other in a LAN environment, which you know, simulates the typical tournament.
Oops.
Right now we're in Kansas City, Missouri, and we're at Fatality's house. It's a nice place. Right now we have Sturmy, me, Fatality, we got Fox, and Street Runner.
Me and Jared have been throwing boot camps for a long time here for the last 2 years. Basically inviting gamers from all around the world, from all over Europe, Asia, and America to come here and train with us.
The boot camp is actually a real training before a big event. We actually study the game, different tactics, and you know, we also talk to each other and we improve our games.
A typical boot camp should be about 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 4 sometimes.
Having a lot of people to play against helps me a lot because it gives me a variety of playing styles to fight against. Just like I guess you say Bruce Lee, in a sense, like he's able to adapt to any situation. He understands the fighting style and adapts to it. And for me personally, that's awesome doing the same thing. Like I'm adapting to people's different play styles and beating them at their own game.
Fatality's rigorous training regimen and unrelenting drive to win has made him very successful, but has also made him unpopular with a lot of the hardcore gaming community.
Fatality represents the style of play which would be, you know, closed in one phrase: win at all costs. He's made his style so extremely efficient, and you know, he's kind of the anti-hero. People want to see Fatality beaten by players who have flair and finesse. One of the reasons why Fatality is disliked is because of his marketing, the way he was promoted, and the gamers that are really hardcore, they know that he is hyped way over his real value, even though his real value is enormous.
There's a lot of resentment of them in the smaller communities, in the hardcore communities. The word sellout is thrown around a lot.
They diss John, they diss Fatality all the time. They have no idea what he's done for the sport.
Fatality in general is a very likable person. He's had lots and lots of business success, and he's got much richer, but he hasn't changed as a person. He doesn't allow the success and the money that he's earned, he doesn't allow that to change him.
Fatality isn't the only gamer who is disliked. In fact, all gamers carry a stereotype in the mainstream media that grossly misrepresents pro gaming.
There's generally a misunderstanding of what it is to be a gamer by our culture.
Media have absolutely no clue about who gamers are, what a gamer is, and what they do. They think they're just, you know, dealing with a bunch of pasty guys locked down in their grandmother's basement, you know, the thick glasses, spots on their face, never leave home.
Gamers don't sleep in race car beds, right? They don't all live with their moms.
A typical professional gamer is no different from a normal person. I mean, they have their hobbies, they follow their home football team.
They're human, they're just like you and me, they're like a kid next door, and they love the game.
Do you know Fatality? You do?
No, I don't. Who's that?
He's actually the world champion in 5 different games, and he actually won under $50,000, and I won $17,000.
What an awesome job.
Yeah.
You're lucky.
Yeah, we travel around the world, and we do what we like.
For
For me, when I grew up, I sort of wanted to become a rock star, and I saw that very early on that those sort of factors also existed in gaming. Kind of a whole lifestyle thing, finding a few friends, and you're starting to play in a band, and you want to get a record contract, or you want to go on a tour, becoming famous, make a lot of money, and so on.
The desire to be a rock star and a pro gamer were fused by a game called Guitar Hero.